Starts out at 9 weeks, and then you add any unused vacation by really it could be 15 minutes of vacation. So you have up to 5 weeks of vacation you can add to that 9 weeks as part of that. A lot of people say it's a severance package, which kind of the same thing. But you'll get that special payment 1 month after you retire. So if you retired on the end of March, April 1 is your effective separation date. May 1st you get a check for up to 14 weeks of your vacation rate of pay. So they look at, just like when you take vacation, they look at the previous quarter, your average hours worked times your average rate of pay, times however many days that you have left, you get a check sent to you. Now, there's been a couple of people that have done this. You can actually take your lump sum or your special payment. If you want to avoid some tax, you can actually roll that into your IRA and then take it right back out again. As a withdrawal, it would save you the FICA tax, payroll tax, and the lump, because it's based on a lump sum payment, so you do get taxed pretty heavily on that. I've had a few people have done that. You could actually have that as an option. As far as your 401k goes, immediately upon the day that you retire, or the day after you retire, your 401k becomes an IRA. What I recommend you do is that you should call Fidelity about a month ahead of time, let them know when your separation date is, so that they'll sort of be looking out for, they call it work separation letter. In other words, you're no longer an employee, no longer eligible for a 401k. Charles is responsible for sending that over to Fidelity. So if you call them ahead of time, it gives them a heads up. So on that next day, they'll convert that to an IRA. You don't have to move it. It can stay right with Fidelity. Or if you have another qualified institution that you want to put that money into, you can do that at the time we sign paperwork. You will have to elect taxes. You could set up your withdrawals at the time. You could do a one-time lump sum disbursement at that time if you're at least 59.5. So that's 401k stuff. Social Security, what I recommend everybody do is when you're going to apply or when you're thinking about retiring, you have to call the pension department 3 months ahead of time. I recommend you go talk to Social Security at the same time frame. Sit down with them, make an appointment, whatever, go talk to them 3 months out. So you have an idea. That's really more important to know what your Social Security payment's going to be than what your pension payment's going to be, because the pension payment, is pretty straightforward. Social Security one can get a little bit complicated depending on your circumstances. So, like if you have a spouse that didn't work, they'll get half years or whatever. There's a lot of complications with that. So I recommend talking to Social Security about 3 months ahead of time.